Good evening, everybody. It's 8:45. We about to get started. It's your girl V with Reality Recap, bringing you all the latest tea from all the episodes that aired over the weekend. We're gonna go through Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love After Lockup, a little bit of Southern Charm, Roni, and get into all the tea that's been spilling. The internet has been a hot mess all weekend, and we're gonna get into that. Right now, we are streaming live on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, X. Hi, guys. Making sure y'all there. You guys can comment. I can see your comments, ask questions, interact as we go through all of the drama. Before we get started with what's going on in these streets, I always got to plug myself. Reality Recap, new podcast episodes every Monday, every Thursday, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, covering all the hottest shows, reality TV, drama, off the show. You can get it right here with your girl V. Also offering promos now, so check my page for the rates. I'm going to post them again. Email me. My email is on my Instagram. If you have a business that you need help promoting and pushing out to the people, you can see my professional dashboards. And like I always say, I reach the people. So make sure you hit me up to promote your businesses. Again, podcast episodes every Monday and Thursday, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming live. So yes, you can comment, interact. I will read your comments, answer your questions. Want to really get y'all feedback on the shows we watching, how you feeling them, how you feel about what's going on. So please have a kiki with your girl. Chill out with me. Lastly, before we get into the drama, I want to just plug again Love is Blind season 5 on Netflix. I will be going live this Wednesday, October 11th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was 8. We're moving it back to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be going live on Instagram from my page. You can see back here, Reality Recap, going live with Reality Check podcast. My good Judy's over there. We're going to talk about what's going on in this season of Love is Blind. They are the experts. I have questions. If you have questions, if you have comments about this season, please join us. Check in with us. Let us know how you feeling. This is my first time watching Love is Blind. I actually got into it because of the girls over here at Reality Check podcast. So I have questions and comments, and we're going to get into it with them because, like I said, they are the experts. So tune into that Love is Blind special Instagram live episode with me, Reality Recap, and Reality Check podcast. So catch us 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, live on Instagram. All right, y'all, let's get into the drama that's popping off on the internet this weekend. I said it on my Instagram page, Basketball Wives LA, coming back tonight, right? Actually, in a few minutes, 9 p.m. tonight. And also, Basketball Wives Orlando comes back tonight. But, y'all, they was on the internet going a little crazy this weekend. So, Evelyn is getting to some back and forth Twitter drama with one of her new castmates, Vanessa Ryder, who is the wife of former NBA player Isaiah Ryder. She has alleged that Evelyn is a home wrecker. It was aired in the season premiere or season 11 trailer that this comment was made. Evelyn hopped online to address it. It seems that the comment of home wrecker stems from Evelyn's relationship or her ex-boyfriend and baby father. He was a baseball player, Carl. Y'all might know him also from his record label and drama with Megan Thee Stallion. But apparently there is some drama on the timeline around when these girls were dating Carl, as far as Evelyn and the baby mother of his daughter. So It seems as though, from what Vanessa is alleging, that maybe Carl was with his first baby mother, the mother of his daughter, while messing with Evelyn, and hopped into the relationship with Evelyn. Evelyn says that is not true. That's not the case. She got on the internet to defend herself, and she said that people are just looking for a moment to make themselves relevant. When they come on the show, they feel like beefing with someone that's at the top will help solidify their spot on the show. Now, I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see it play out, but they were going back and forth. Evelyn also alleged some things about Vanessa, about she meeting her husband during the time that she was doing a fivesome, and that's how she met her husband. Listen, allegedly, I don't know, but they were going back and forth. Okay, Brooke jumped in it, defending Evelyn. Then the other new cast member, Clayana, who is the baby mother of, Lord help me, Andre Iguodala. Who I still don't think I got that right, but he is a player for the Golden State Warriors. She was his girlfriend some years back, and his baby mother. I don't know if you follow it that deep, but back in I want to say 2016, she was suing him because he didn't want to pay for private school for their daughter, because apparently their daughter is super smart. She has an IQ that was top in the country, and he didn't want to pay for it, so she was suing for that. And then right after they went through their drama in 2019, he married another woman. So she's on the show. She jumped in it, going at Brooke, telling Brooke to pull up. Brooke went back and forth with her, and also addressed, because it's also been swirling what we saw in the trailer about Brittany Renner throwing a drink in Brooke's face, and her saying I ain't even gonna address Brittany the way I want to on this internet. She said we gonna see. So I guess this reunion is gonna be spicy, and we ain't even get to episode 1. That's about to air in about 5 minutes, and already I told you they was promoting the hell out of this show this weekend. They wanted us to tune into the drama so that we would be seeing what's going on and make us want to watch this show. And I was already going to watch it anyway, but damn it, it worked. So we're going to be watching tonight. I'll be watching, when I finish with this episode, Basketball Wives LA. Again, season 11, episode 1 of that season is tonight, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed by the new spinoff, Basketball Wives Orlando, which will be airing tonight as well at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll be watching both. We'll be back to talk about the episodes on the podcast, Thursday's episode, which will be episode 15. So make sure you come back if you're watching, so we can discuss and tell me what you think of the new cast members on Loving Hip Hop, Basketball Wives LA, and also what you think about the whole new spinoff, Basketball Wives Orlando. Looks like, I told y'all last episode, it's gonna be some drama over there, love triangles, men that don't want to do right. It's a lot going on over there, so I'm looking forward to it. I also gave you a sneak peek of both episodes today on my Instagram and Facebook, so you can see the first couple of minutes of, Basketball Wives LA and Basketball Wives Orlando. So if you haven't watched it, you can go over there and watch that right now, or tune into the episodes about to air, right? Also, like I said, the internet was busy this weekend. We got a little bit of tea going on with Love and Hip Hop Miami. Now, you guys may have heard in the streets about castmates of Love and Hip Hop Miami, Von Shay and Gunplay. Listen, all right, it's been so much with them on the show, him fighting with her mom, her father about to jump on Gunplay, him excessively drinking, them arguing all the time. And we also learned, which is going to be in the upcoming episodes, we have only about 4 episodes left. I gave y'all a little mid-season trailer of Love and Hip Hop Miami today also. But yeah, Von Shea has been all over the internet, but it started with alleging that Gunplay pulled a gun on her and her daughter in one of his, drunk rages where she was trying to leave until he sobered up and he didn't want her to leave, and he allegedly pulled a gun on her and her child, or their child together, and he was arrested. She filed for a restraining order, and she took to the internet after the situation to say that she would be seeking and filing a divorce from Gunplay. Now, like I said, this is about to play out on the last couple of episodes of this season. And then also she has been doing interviews, getting on her page left and right. She first alleged that, if you guys don't know, that their daughter was born with a severe heart condition. She needed surgery when she was just a few days old, I believe. They were already the center of controversy because Gunplay was seen online buying Rick Ross a chain, and then also putting up a GoFundMe account asking for money to help go towards the surgery of their daughter. Now, Von Shea says on this season that she put up that GoFundMe, or they put it up because family and friends was asking how could they help, how could they support, and she put it up for that purpose. The internet got a hold of it and was saying, well, you guys live this lavish lifestyle, yet you're asking for money towards your daughter's surgery or to help with her medical bills. And the internet kind of tore them apart about it. And it just seems like it, from this interview she just did, like that was kind of the turning point of their relationship. They were beefing. She's alleging that he was using drugs. But she first said that their daughter's heart condition was developed or had something to do with his drug use, allegedly. That's what she's saying. I don't know how she knows that. I don't know if any doctor told her that, because she didn't say that, but she was alleging that his drug abuse is ultimately what led to their child's heart condition. I have never heard of that before. Now, yes, I've heard in the past of a woman's drug abuse, interfering or having effects on the child. Have you guys ever heard that, a male and what he does and, his drug abuse could cause something like that, a heart condition? You guys let me know, but that's what she is alleging on the internet. Now, also, she recently did another interview over the weekend saying that, people are saying that she married him for money. That's not the case. She alleges he don't really have no money. So how he bought that chain for Rick Ross, I don't know, but she said she didn't approve of it. He doesn't have money, and that they were living off of her parents. She basically said her daddy was paying for where they live. She had her own place. She met Gunplay. He started coming over, and she said he basically never left. And they moved in together, and she was in it for love, not money. And that's the story that she's telling. So she is alleging he pulled a gun on her. He was abusive to her. She's alleging that his drug abuse led to their daughter's heart condition. She's also alleging he's broke and that their parents was fronting the money for their lifestyle and taking care of them a lot. She went from someone that was supposed to just be in school, trying to be in the FBI, getting her degree, doing well, to now every other day it's another interview. So I don't know what's going to come next, y'all, but she definitely is on a tour, interview tour, to, I guess, clear her good name. I don't know, but yeah, Love and Hip Hop Miami, like I said, 4 episodes left, airing tonight as well. Actually already aired because it comes on at 8 p.m. So I'll be watching that tonight. I got a long night ahead of me of watching shows so I can be ready for our episode on Thursday. But it's all good. DVR, we'll skip through commercials and we'll get through it. So that's what's going on in the streets of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Now, also this weekend, Married to Medicine. Now, I gave y'all a trailer for Married to Medicine season 10, which will be back on November 5th. Now, child, if you don't know, Quad Webb, who is a long-standing castmate of this show, recently did an interview with Dr. Heavenly, who's also on the show. She's a dentist on the show and has been on for some time. Quad originally joined this show married let me be honest, I don't know if he's a therapist or a psychiatrist, but I believe he's a psychiatrist. Dr. G. She was married to him. They had a tumultuous relationship. Apparently, before they even got married, there was something that went on, again, allegedly, but they had some type of domestic dispute, fight, whatever you want to call it, and they both were arrested now, allegedly. They still got married and wanted to work through it. They had a lot of back and forth on the show. He wanted children. She wasn't really trying to do that right now. She had her dogs and yeah, ultimately they ended up breaking up. The divorce was very, very tumultuous as well. And they split in 2009. The divorce was finalized. Now, Dr. G recently was married again in April of this year. He married a woman named Letitia, also affectionately known as Sweet Tea. Now, all of the cast was in attendance to the wedding. I mean, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simone, Dr. Contessa, Dr. Heavenly, Toya, they all were at the wedding. So immediately that led me to think, okay, they might bring him back to the show with his new wife. And boom, that's what they have done. So Dr. G and his new wife will be on this season of Married to Medicine, which we haven't seen or really heard from him since he left the show. Their divorce also had some infidelities on his part. Him going to a room with somebody from the strip club, child. It was all on a reunion. I think they split around season 6 of Married to Medicine. So on that reunion, they got into it and what ultimately led to their divorce. And she pretty much says she hasn't seen or talked to him since. Now, back to this weekend where Quad did an interview with Dr. Heavenly saying she felt disrespected by the producers that they would bring back her ex-husband and his new wife. I'm going to be honest, we haven't really seen that before, where a housewife or really no one's on Married to Medicine has gone through a divorce except for her. But we've never really seen where, like I said, on the housewife goes through a divorce with the husband and he returns to the show. Usually she stays on the show or she doesn't. And, the husband goes on by his merry way. And we really don't get the story of the husband. It's all through the mouth of the divorcee. Or I guess that's what you would call it. But this is the first time where they're bringing back a husband that, was divorced on this show. She says the producers she feels disrespected by the producers. Now listen, I mean, I feel disrespected that Mariah started this show and we don't get to see her anymore. They kept Quad. Also, side note, Dr. Heavenly may have dropped a little tea on her podcast, not even realizing it, but I think, allegedly, I'll put that out there, but I think there is a huge possibility that we may see Mariah this season, just based on what Dr. Heavenly said on her podcast. So it would only be right. She only started the show. So if we do get to see her on this season 10, I'm here for it. I want to see more of her. I hope she comes back. Glad to have Phaedra on in her shade, but I really want to see Mariah bring them invoices. Okay. So yeah, that's a side note. I think we might see Mariah, and Dr. Heavenly might be in trouble for spilling that little bit of tea on her podcast, because I don't think she was supposed to do that. But I've seen everyone on the internet saying that, number one, you guys feel that Dr. G shouldn't have been brought back because there was some abuse allegations on Quad's side. I have not seen or heard that. I know about this alleged dispute they had before they got married, before they were on the show, but it seemed more like a fight where they both were arrested. I don't know of heard of any abuse during their marriage or during the divorce. She just mentioned that things were very hard. There's things that we don't know about. I don't know. I can't say. All I know on the show was he took his mattress. He said he had the sleep number, and when he was getting out of there, he took his mattress. That's all I know. So I was actually thinking like, oh, this is cool that he's coming back. We get to see his side or see his new marriage. He's in a different space. I know it may be hard to film with your ex-husband and his new wife, but listen, when we first saw the trailers or the buzz that Married to Medicine would be coming back for season 10, Quad was nowhere to be found in the pictures. She even spoke on it that she was having some contract issues, which it had to be about money. And eventually, she must have got that worked out. She must have got the dollar amount that she wanted, again, allegedly, and she signed on to the show. So if it was abuse going on, again, I don't want to take away anybody's claims about it. I would just be shocked that she went forward with signing back on to the show. So I'm here for it, to see his side, hear her side. How does she interact with, Dr. G's new wife? Do they interact at all? Is there even a need for them to? But yeah, Quad says she feels disrespected. Now, I saw that interview making its round, so I just wanted to let y'all know that's how she feeling. I don't know how Uncle Daddy Andy gonna take that, but she said the producer's disrespected. Okay? So you guys tell me, have you heard these alleged rumors of any abuse or, some of y'all was even in my DMs like, I don't think I'm on her side. So, I don't pick sides here. I just report the tea. So he's coming back. She's on the show. It's already taped. Let's see what's going down. November 5th, Married to Medicine. Here are the ladies again of season 10 of Married to Medicine. That will be on November 5th. I can't wait because I think this is going to make the show good. I can't wait for it. Y'all let me know. Let me know what you think. Now, the tea, like I said, the tea just kept pouring every day. I woke up over this weekend. It was a long weekend for me. Kids was home today. But every day I woke up, it was just more tea. Now, Real Housewives of Potomac, which we know is coming back soon as well for their next season. We saw in the trailer, which if you haven't seen, it's on my Instagram page and on my Facebook page to see the new season trailer, where there has seemed to be some issues going on with Mia and her husband Gordon. Now, as we know, I'll give y'all pictures so y'all can see them. Gordon met Mia in the strip club. She said she wasn't a dancer. She was a cocktail waitress. Okay, but that's what Mia said, that she met Gordon in the strip club. Now, it was always said that Gordon had a wife already. Allegedly, he left his wife and family for Mia. Mia must have dropped the cat on him, and he was out. There is a huge age gap here. Gordon is 71 years old now, and he recently went through prostate cancer scare and treatment, which I believe he's recovering from, thank God, and doing well. But he had the nerve to interview with TMZ this weekend. Because like I said, on the trailer, we know there's some issues. There was some talks of maybe Mia marrying him just for his money. And he pretty much got on the internet and confirmed that. He said that he did give Mia a hall pass because he knows that he wouldn't be able to satisfy her the way that she should be satisfied as a younger woman, because again, he's older and went through prostate cancer. He had rules though where Don't get the kids involved. Don't do it publicly. But he gave her a hall pass. Mistake number one. So he also alleges she has a new boo with money that's, financing her lifestyle, and she's basically moved on to this new boo. He is alleging that Mia only married him for money. I mean, Gordon spilled all the tea. All the tea. And he said if he was to get back to me with Mia at this point, it would be for the kids, not for any other reason, not for any love. But yeah, he ran it down on TMC, and y'all was all over that video, commenting saying he deserved it. It's karma for him leaving his last wife for Mia. He should have known that this was going to happen, that he wouldn't be able to satisfy her forever with their huge gap in age. I don't know. What y'all thinking? Do you think Gordon deserved this? Are you surprised that Mia is leaving him? We know that there has been financial issues. He doesn't have access to the money. They were in business with family, I believe, that went south. And they were opening up these franchise chain chiropractic facilities called The Joint. And it seems like they were doing good at one point, and it kind of went south, having issues with the family about it, money, them being locked out of accounts. So, this is what the internet is saying. Also, Mia posted a picture of herself like behind the scenes at a photo shoot. And her friend Jackie, who we saw her beef with last season of Real Housewives of Potomac, it seems like they may have squashed their beef. And she made a comment like, oh, this is what new peen will get you glowing like this. And she just commented back with an emoji. And, blogs took that and ran with it, saying that, she's kind of confirming that she's got a new boo. But that's what the streets is saying, allegedly, y'all. So needless to say, as we already know, Real Housewives of Potomac gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm hoping that Gordon is at the reunion to speak his piece. Not like he ain't already did that on these internets over the weekend. But I'm really hoping that after the season airs, we get to see him on the reunion, because that's just gonna take it over the top. Now, y'all, that is all of the tea and everything that's been happening on the internet, or like my good Judy say, on Beyonce's internet over this weekend. So much going on, y'all. I couldn't even. I just tried to bring y'all everything as it was coming to me, but it was going down on the internet. So make sure you guys check my Instagram for my posts. I put a lot of tea in my stories, in my IG stories, my Facebook stories. So make sure you not only follow me, like, share, subscribe, but that you are looking in my stories to get even more tea, because that's where it be at. Make sure y'all catch up and y'all stay locked in. Right, now let's get into the shows this week. So my last podcast, there were some things that I had not watched yet. So Real Housewives of Orange County Reunion Part 1. Let's talk about that. Kardashians, that came on last Thursday. We'll talk about that. Southern Charm, which came on last Thursday. We're going to touch a little bit on that. Love After Lockup, which again had a ball with you guys doing my live watch party last Friday. We're going to do it again this Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I go live on Instagram and we watch Love After Lockup new episodes together. So we're going to keep that going for the rest of this season. I truly, truly, truly enjoy watching with you guys. The audience is growing, the comments are growing, so I appreciate y'all, and we're going to keep that rolling. After Love After Lockup, we'll also talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, which aired this Saturday. A lot of talk about the Expo. Y'all know I love saying that because that's all Letitia say. But the Black Expo, we'll talk about what happened with that. And Real Housewives of New York, we'll end with that. Y'all already know how I'm feeling. I say the same thing about this season every episode on my podcast that I talk about them, but we will get into that as well. All right, so hang with me. we're here. We're going through these shows, and we'll be back this Thursday to talk about everything that's airing now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. We will get into that on Thursday's episode. So, as I suspected and had already heard on the internet, Real Housewives of Orange County reunion part 1 was meh. I will say Gina really went at the cast, or she was really upset with Shannon specifically about some comments that Shannon had made about CPS coming to get her kids because she had got a DUI many moons ago, which didn't age well because, as we know, Shannon was just in the hot seat a few weeks ago because she now has a DUI, and we haven't really seen much of her since then. But Gina was giving her the business, yelling, letting her know and a key point was she said to Shannon, well, what's my kids' names? And Shannon was so scared and stuttering, she couldn't even name her kids. So she like, exactly, you don't know them, you don't even know them names, so don't talk about them, don't bring them up. Valid points. All valid points. So it is what it is. But that was a big part of this reunion, part 1. Also, we have Heather and Tamra going back and forth. They've been beefing this season, so they had their little moment of their beef. And then also Tamra and Jen was brought on the show as a friend of Tamra, and then Tamra just turned on her. Like, she got her on the show to kind of really be her storyline of Jen and her boyfriend Ryan, who we know Jen left her husband to be with Ryan, but everybody and their mother in the streets is saying Ryan is a womanizer. There's been some things that happened, like they were on a break and he messed with another girl, and Tamra knew about that. She brought that to the show. Also, he alleged he sent a peen pic to everybody in his phone through Snapchat, and saying it was a mistake and it was meant for Jen. So it's a lot of things, I ain't gonna lie, going on with Ryan that'll make you think like he's a gigolo. I ain't even gonna hold you. But she loves him. She done left her husband for this man. She says he cares for her, loves her. Ryan is on the show talking about he wants to marry her. So who are we to judge? If that's what she want to do with her grown self, then let her do it. But Tamra, like, she made that her entire storyline. Now, unfortunately, Ryan did not come on the reunion because he said just, arguing with a woman back and forth, or if it got heated, he would end up looking like the bad guy. So he didn't show. So Jen really spoke for him. And again, she felt more betrayed by Tamra. This is her friend. She brought her on the show and then kind of exposed her relationship with Ryan, made him out to be this terrible gigolo. And she wasn't here for it. So Tamra had to deal with that. And I'm just hoping that part 2 is better than part 1. It was all right, but it wasn't given what the season was given. The season was pretty good. So that's really what was going on with reunion part 1. So I'll give y'all a sneak peek of part 2 probably tomorrow. You should be getting that tomorrow, a sneak peek of that. And also you'll get a sneak peek of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City new episode, which is going to air tomorrow. So did anybody else watch Housewives of OC? Y'all let me know what you're thinking. Y'all can comment. Are you liking the reunion? Did you like the season? You let me know. Like I said, I thought the season was good. I was happy to see Vicky, but I don't know. I don't know about this reunion. It's not given. So, and you can usually tell it's not given when they only get 2 parts. If it's a good reunion, it's gonna be 3 parts every time. Uncle Daddy Andy is gonna milk that. So, the fact that it's only 2 parts, I don't have high hopes, but I will be tuning in so we can talk about it on our next podcast episode on Thursday. Also, this past Thursday, the Kardashians aired their new episode on Hulu. It actually be dropping on Wednesday nights. They've been giving it to us a little early. But main things to discuss here with the Kardashians was really centered around Tristan. Tristan and, Kim discussed how she's still cool with Tristan, even though what he's done to Chloe. She mentioned how he really stepped up when she was going through her divorce with Kanye, how he was coming to the kids' soccer games and really being a good friend to her. And she just doesn't want to throw him away. She understands that he's a terrible boyfriend, unfaithful to his sister, to her sister, but she still maintains a relationship with him. Y'all let me know what y'all feel. Do you feel like she's betraying loyalty of Chloe? Because a lot of you I saw saying that on the internet that the family still being cool with him doesn't show the loyalty to Chloe. But I mean, shoot, in these episodes, Tristan is staying at Chloe's house. He recently, in these episodes, his mother passed away. He's a caretaker for his brother who is wheelchair bound, and he had his roof collapse or something, and he was supposed to be staying with Chloe for 2 weeks. It's turned into almost a month. Listen, you cheat on me while I'm pregnant and it caused me to go into labor, and then you decide to come back, or I take you back. We have another child through surrogacy, and while you were going to, have this child with Chloe, that you had another woman pregnant, and then tell me she found out through the court documents. You're not staying with me, and my family ain't talking to you. But if Chloe's talking to him, being civil for the kids, now I'm not saying I would keep him away from his kids. We would work that out. We got too much money to be talking to each other. Talk to my lawyer. We can have a mediator. We can get it done that way. But you ain't staying in my house. He could have stayed anywhere, but not with me. So if Chloe's cool, I ain't gonna say she cool, because I'm actually worried about Chloe. She says a lot of things. She had a hard time connecting with her son through the surrogacy. It was almost like she was giving the vibe as if she didn't even want her son. She's saying how she can't wait to get to 40. These past years was hell, which is understandable, but she just gives this vibe that there's a lot more she wants to say, but she doesn't. And that she's truly hurt inside. She went through the whole cancer scare with, getting her cheek, and, she had like a tumor in her cheek that they had to remove, and a lot going on. So I'm just worried for her, because people that hold it in like that, you never know how it's going to come out. But if she has made the decision, she said her moral compass tells her to be kind to him. He's going through the loss of his mother and everything. She said, you do what you want to do with your moral compass, and that's what she's choosing to do. So I don't know, y'all. Is Kim and her mom and them, are they wrong for still having him around, being cordial with him, being friendly with him, hanging out with him when Chloe's not around? Y'all tell me what y'all think. But no harm, no foul, I guess. Like I said, she's got him around, he's staying there, and they're cool with him. At the end of the day, they do have 2 beautiful children together. They're going to be family regardless. It's not about what they've done to each other. It's more so about the kids at this point. So, but like I said, he wouldn't be staying in my house. And that's it, and that's all. So that's really the main key points that was talked about on the Kardashians. Then also Tristan sat down with Chloe and said that she was his person. A lot of buzz on the internet about that as well, but he basically was saying he doesn't understand how he could do the things that he's done to her, with all the cheating with Jordan, with the, basically through both of her children with him cheating, how he could do these things to her, and because she is his person, and that he's embarrassed for the things that he's done, and even that, he wants his children to be proud of him. He, I guess, is now thinking about what things they're going to read on the internet about him when they get older. You should have thought about that about 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago at this point. But yeah, Chloe's his person. That's what he's saying. She is alleging on this show that they are not together, even though that he's staying at her house. They will not be getting back together. She was looking forward to living her best life, her single life, and then this happened and he had to move in with her temporarily. Again, if she decides to give him another chance, that is on her. I wouldn't do it, but that is on her. And if that's what she chooses to do, if she is his person, more power to them. But if you ask me, the streets is his person. And that's exactly where he would be, in the streets or not staying with me. So, like I said, couldn't be me, but to each his own. I'm not the one to judge. You can do whatever you want to do it over there. But, I think also she worries about that as well. She got so much slack for going back to him after the whole situation with Jordan. The whole thing where like she literally gave birth the next day, probably from all the drama where he was seen out kissing another woman while she was at home 9 months pregnant. Some stuff I just can't forgive. I would be cordial, like I said, for the kids, but I don't know. So as of it stands right now, they are allegedly not together. So we will see where that goes. It's only like the second episode of this new season, so we'll see where they end up and how long it takes for him to get out of her house. All right. Now, Southern Charm is still rolling along. We are creeping towards the scandal there between Austin and Taylor. We know Taylor is Shep's ex-girlfriend. We know Austin was dating or with Olivia. Olivia and Taylor have become friends, like best friends, through their breakups with Shep and Austin. And now it's been alleged, in the streets that Austin and Taylor may have slept together. We talked about this last episode as well, how bro code just really doesn't seem to be on anybody's radar on this show. So we're still creeping towards that. I mean, we saw Austin swear on the Bible to, not actually on the Bible, he was just like swearing the Bible to Austin that, Austin to Shep that he has not done anything with Taylor. Taylor sat down with Olivia and told her that they had a conversation about starting a relationship, but that she turned to the Lord and to her family members and that nothing happened. Whitney also popped up on this last episode, and we saw where Whitney questioned Austin about what may have happened. Now, I tell y'all, Austin can't lie at all. He all his emotions be on his face, no matter what it is. Lying, if he's upset, he can't hide anything. So when he starts stuttering, we already know what time it is. So Whitney said, yeah, by this conversation, I'm thinking something went down. We know already through the blogs and the streets that something has gone down. We're just seeing the backstory of it now. And, Olivia talking to Shep about, yeah, I talked to Taylor. We went and sat down. This is what she's alleging. So now Shep is brought into what has happened so far. He had a conversation with Taylor at her like little spritzer drink event. And she's alleging to Shep that nothing has happened, that they're good friends. They just ran into each other's arms for comfort, but nothing happened. So it's definitely giving Scandival Part 2. So I can't wait to keep going through this, see how far of a hole they dig themselves into. I think the reunion is going to be good. But, that's pretty much the main center attraction of this season is what happened between Taylor and Shep. So we'll keep creeping towards that. I wish we would get there faster. Leva did say to Taylor this episode, like, whatever's happened, you owe Olivia the whole truth at this point. So, ooh, child, I can't wait. Because I just want to see what's going on. So, my lips feeling dry, y'all. Hold up. Gotta keep those lips moist. But we'll see what happens in the new episode this Thursday with that. Now, One of my favorite shows, Love After Lockup. Like I said, watch parties every Friday on my Instagram live, Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I truly enjoy watching with you guys, but this was another great episode that did not disappoint. Let's get into the small things. So Melissa and Louie, they snuck out of his mom's house against her wishes. She said, "What if your PO shows up?" He said he had 48 hours to report. So they snuck out in the middle of the night, went to the hotel. Seems like their first little sexual encounter, they went to Pound Town. It didn't go that great. Mainly because it was his first time in like 10 years. I don't think it lasted that long. And she said she had her period. So I don't know why they just didn't get in the shower. But I told y'all on that live, I feel like Melissa is really just into Louis because she had a crush on him in high school. He was like this really popular guy. We saw her yearbook picture. I don't think she was popular. And she's like infatuated with him for that point, that finally she gets to be with this guy that she thought was amazing in high school. He does seem to love her back and want to marry her. And the mom is coming in between them. I'm not even going to say he's a mama's boy. His mother is just very overbearing. So now we're just waiting to see if his parole officer are going to allow him, because he lives in Georgia with his mom, if they're going to allow him to go back to Jersey and live with Melissa. That will ultimately decide what's going to happen next. I mean, Louis' mom is already talking about if he does go to Jersey, she probably going to move back to Jersey. That's how she is. I mean, she showed up at the parole office in a muumuu with a wooden spoon in her hand, knocking on Melissa's window while she was waiting for him to come out of the parole office. Like, the lady is insane. True Italian mom style for sure. She definitely gives those vibes. So we'll see. They left us kind of, that was like the cliffhanger to see, did they say yes or no if he would go to New Jersey. So I can't wait to see what happens next and what moves they make. Melissa's also worried because she's only in Georgia for a short amount of time and she'll be going back to Jersey. And she's also, she's the jealous type. I like her. And she just don't believe that this man that got out of prison after 10 years is going to be faithful to her when she go back to Jersey. I don't put nothing past nobody. I don't. So I feel on that one. So hopefully he can go back to Jersey with her or they figure that out. But he does seem to love Melissa. He hasn't shown any signs yet, anyways, of trying to betray her or mess with anybody else. So we'll see what happens there with Louis and Melissa. Also, Chelsea and Michael, Michael just recently was released, and they went to Michael's home, his family's home. Only thing here, I just thought it was a little weird. His mom recently passed away a few weeks before he was released, and he planned to stay at his family home in his mother's bedroom in bed with Chelsea. She was like, absolutely not. I don't feel comfortable staying in somebody else's home. I think that was nice of her to say, because I was like, are you crazy? I'm not sleeping in your dead mama bed. What? What were we talking about? He did eventually decide to leave for the night and get a hotel with her. I think he was, they have such a great relationship. You guys all say you love them. You think that they're really going to last. Chelsea is deaf, and Michael learned sign language in prison to be able to communicate with her, which I thought I love that about him. He does truly seem to love Chelsea and vice versa. I think, he thought they were going to the old hotel to be intimate, and she has no plans of sleeping with him. She said that, they've got a lifetime to do that. So I don't even know when she's planning to do that for him. But we'll see how that goes. They ended off going to the hotel, and Michael told the cameras, y'all cannot come with us. So we'll see next day scenes in this upcoming episode Friday, hopefully, and see where they are and what's her plans. I was a little surprised by that. Like I said, they seem to be in love. I thought he would come home, and that's what they all do on this show. First night somebody's out, but she ain't here for it. So good for her. Do what's best for you. Do what's comfortable for you. You don't have to do nothing you don't want to do. But yeah, we'll see how if that changes their relationship dynamic. I doubt it. Like I said, he loves her, but we'll see what kind of drama that brings. But I just wanted to talk about how weird I thought it was that he expected her to sleep in his deceased mother's bed for the night. I don't know what he was thinking there. Also, we've been following Sheree and Anthony on this show. Anthony was finally released this past episode and doing a lot of complaining. He complained about the sandwich, and she took him to the hood, and why I got a pickle on it, and why I got mayonnaise. She took him to get his hair cut, but he was just doing a lot of complaining. One thing I was in agreement that he was complaining about, Sheree is an HR manager. He got out and she had a full itinerary of this is what we're doing today. This is where we're going. This is the time. I'm throwing you a welcome home party. All of these things. And he as someone that has been locked up, I think 6-7 years, that could be overwhelming for someone to come out with something like that. She already did his resume. He has to start immediately looking for jobs, going on interviews. She has it all planned out for him. Best intentions. But the HR manager was definitely oozing out in this episode, and he wasn't really feeling that. That was part of his complaint. So she seems very structured. He's like, she's giving GPS PO vibes. I don't know. He already got a report to his PO, and now she got a whole itinerary for him. I don't know how that's going to work out. They are one of the only couples where she did know Anthony before he got locked up. They dated when they were younger. A lot of these couples you see met online, pen pal type situations when they were already locked up. So they have a history together. They are supposed to get married because they were supposed to get married while he was locked up, but he was still married to someone else legally that has allegedly been taken care of. She already told the family that they were married. She brought a fake marriage license online for like $99, and the family thinks they're already married. So they plan to, or she plans, because he ain't mentioned nothing about it in this episode, to be married to him soon after his release. I'm just trying to figure out $99 for a fake marriage certificate when you can get the real one for like $7 is crazy to me. But I don't know. She couldn't copy nobody's and just change the name. I don't know, because I'll be doing this false stuff. But yeah, that's her plans. Also, what we know is she's planning this welcome party. She has a son with another man. She invited her baby father to the welcome party and did not tell Anthony. She feels that this is the best time for them to meet at his welcome home party, because there'll be a lot of people and the drama won't pop off. What? I don't get how she came to that conclusion, but we'll see how that welcome party goes and if he is okay with her inviting her baby father and not telling him. So a little bit of drama there. We'll see how that goes maybe next week. We didn't see Asante and Renika this episode. We know that she's out with the PI looking for him, but they were not on this episode, so we'll get back to them, and I'm pretty sure hopefully we'll see them this upcoming episode this Friday. So come watch with me. We'll see. I'll give you sneak peeks of the episode later on this week. Now, who did take the cake of this episode again is Joinomi in Red. Okay, so again, just give you a little recap. Joinomi, she has been dating Red 7 years. He's been locked up. She did not know him before he was locked up. She met him through a friend who hooked them up, and she was dating him. She has a little bit of a reputation of being a little tenderhome, having a lot of one-night stands. And she told us in previous episodes that she had cheated on Red and has a son that's about 4 years old now. She said that the man did not know that he existed and that her plan was to move forward and raise her son with Red as the father, a man that she's never seen in person, only have known him through being an inmate and pen pals and talking on the phone, because he allegedly does a lot of fighting in jail. He's always on lockdown, visit restrictions. So she's never visited him in this entire 7 years. So she said in previous episodes that she had cheated on him and had this baby, right? Now, this episode, we saw her go to the lawyer's office because she wants to legally make Red the father of her son. Before he even come home, before she figures out, is this relationship even going to work, she's trying to make him the father legally. Absolutely insane to me. I don't know how y'all feel. Y'all let me know. I don't even know what judge would let you adopt someone when you just got out of jail yourself. I don't know any judge that would do that. Again, let me know in the comments what you think, how you were feeling about that. What also came out, because the lawyer asked, well, what's the relationship with the biological father? She drops the bomb that she don't know who the daddy is. It could possibly be one of 3 men. So we went from thinking she might have cheated with just one person and had this baby to now it's possibly 3 different people that could be the father. Hell, it could probably be more. Because she did make that clear that she's never really been in a relationship. All her relationships have really just been one night stands. I can't say for sure. It seems to be some self-esteem issues going on there where she may think that's all she is worth. But yeah, so she dropped that bomb. And I'm like, get Maury on the phone because I want to know. But whoever the father is, they don't even know that she was pregnant or had this baby. She plans on having this child. Well, she had the child 4 years old, but raised this child with Red, who is on his way home. She left this episode. You guys know she pawned her grandmama's heirloom jewelry to get money together to travel to the prison where he'll be released and bring him back home. So, child, they my new favorite couple on the show because she is out of her mind. I'm telling you. So I can't wait to see more of her picking him up. What is their relationship like? How is he going to interact with her son? I cannot believe she's about to bring this man home that she has never seen in person to live with her and her son right off the bat. So I don't even know what else to say to y'all. I need to sip some tea on that one. So tune in. Like I said, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a new watch party on my Instagram. We will be watching the new episode and discussing. Right? Love and Marriage Huntsville, which episode aired this Saturday. I mean, what's really going on here? We're still talking about this expo. We're dragging this out. Kimmy hosted a feedback session for Tisha and Marceau. Marceau was a complete asshole, as he always is. He loves being the villain on his show. Nothing was accomplished. He was not receptive to the feedback. Tisha wasn't either. She allows him to kind of go back and forth with women. She sits there with her head down. I'm over that. Not saying you got to check your husband or embarrass him, but right is right and wrong is wrong. He be doing the most. And he only do it with the women. He always arguing with one of them. So, Stormy mentioned that and saying how he needed a dress and a wig, child, because he always stay in the women's business. But that feedback session got absolutely nothing accomplished. We also saw Tiffany. Finally, we saw Lewis this season. He is a baseball coach. He got a position as like an assistant coach with his old college, and he's on the road a lot. And she recently had a baby that she wanted. He didn't want, but he gave in. She wanted this child and was like, she's still going to be a superwoman. And I think this child really done sat her ass down. And she's realizing that may have bit off a little bit more than she can chew. She's also seems to be dealing with postpartum depression, which is common. It is not easy to push out a whole human. You push out a human, your body changes. She's gained weight. You seeing stretch marks in places you ain't even know you can get stretch marks in. And then you have this husband here who still looks the same and fine, and he's going out or traveling all the time, and you don't know, he might see some young hot thing. And again, that ain't even where his mind could be at. He made that very clear to her, that he knows where home is and he has a damn good home. But as a woman going through that transformation of really being home 24/7, taking care of someone else, not really being able to give to yourself, it takes a toll on you. Trust me, I know. My babies are 17 months apart. It was a long journey for me. I'm just now, one is about to be 4, the other one is about to be 2.5. And it was a long journey for me to get back to feeling like myself. I still ain't all the way there, but I understand where she's coming from. But, he made it very clear to her that although he's traveling, he knows where home is. So I hope that helps put her mind at ease. I know it could be tough. They have other children together. She was working nonstop. She's getting back to work, still taking care of this newborn basically on her own without him there. So postpartum depression is a real thing. I'm happy that at least her husband handled her the right way. It's not always what you say, it's how you say it and the words that you choose, when you're dealing with your spouse. So I think he handled it well, and I'm hoping that she can find the help she needs with her postpartum depression and come out of it. So that's what's going on with Tiffany and Lewis. And then at the end of the show, Martell, which we know, he gets wind of the fact that Marcel had things to say about Mel, and saying that, she wasn't somebody that he would pay to speak at the expo. All she does is sell t-shirts, which is not true. She has real estate businesses and things like that. She is a true entrepreneur. She is, to me, in my opinion, the one that's really making the most of her time on this platform. She has a whole skincare line. Yes, she has t-shirt lines. She does collabs with designers for clothes collections. She does, rehab projects. She was teaching other people how to rehab homes and everything. So she's a true boss. She bossed up after, Martell cheating multiple times, having a child outside their marriage. She left, and she's really the poster child to me of someone that came through and pushed through. That's big boss Mel right there. So, but yeah, Marcel got wind of what Marcel had to say. He's upset because really, if you've been watching this show, Marcel and Tisha wouldn't be where they were if they weren't in connection to Melanie and Martell. So he's upset about it. He got that at the end, and he gonna talk to Marcel about it. So we will see that in the upcoming episodes. Y'all know I'm gonna give y'all sneak peeks like I always do. So that new episode will air this coming weekend, Saturday, on the OWN network. So stay tuned. Love and Marriage Huntsville continues to deliver. They shot the reunion last week. Mel took the cake for me with her reunion look. Not everybody posted their reunion look. It was really just Mel and Nell Fletcher, who looked amazing as well. But Melanie slays every reunion, and she did not disappoint. So good for you, Mel. We love you. And just keep thriving, doing your thing. Even with the haters, you just keep pushing through. So I am here for it. Like I said, the show continues to deliver. So we'll be talking about that all the way through. Now, we're going to end with Real Housewives of New York, which aired on Sunday. Big thing here was Jessel's husband flying to Vietnam for just one day. This must be some rich people things, where he's just flying out there to accumulate miles that he can use with his family. The other housewives, mainly Sai and Aaron, had a lot to say, like, it must be a woman out there. Oh, what is he going for? And I'm gonna tell you, I don't believe that. I believe that Jessel's husband really going to fly, get a sandwich, get on the plane, come back, and get these miles. Like that's what I believe. He even did a whole video on TikTok about how he flies and gets miles. Shoot, I want to learn how he learned how to do that. So I'm gonna go watch his TikTok. I saw it on Instagram, a clip of it, but he shows what he did, how he did it, the sandwich he went to go get, or something like that. That was really good, but Jessel and her relationship, she's been very honest and open this season about their relationship. They recently had twin boys. Wasn't going down in the bedroom for a minute as they figured out life with two rambunctious twin boys. So, but she's been very open, and I feel like some of the ladies, i.e., Sai and Aaron, have really taken advantage of that. They have not made it a safe space to share with your girlfriends. They judge her for everything. So, and this episode was no different. Sai continues to be a mean girl, telling her she's a liar. You don't believe. Like, who are you? Who is Jessel to prove herself to you? So it was just a nasty argument between Sai and Jessel. Sai ended up walking off after calling her a liar and telling her she doesn't believe her husband is going to Vietnam just to fly out there for miles, and just being nasty. I said this last episode. Sai is really someone that you see in pictures because she's an influencer, and she's worked with a lot of designer brands. Her pictures are dope, her outfits are dope. Like, she's someone that came out of her pictures and you thought you would like based on her pictures, and I just don't like her attitude. I don't like this reboot season. I don't have an issue with Uber, Bryn, Jessel, Jenna, Lyons, Top Dog, in my opinion. But it's just not given. It's not giving what I thought it was going to give. It's not topping the legacy cast. I'm just trying to see what this reunion is going to bring that we know already taped. But episode after episode is just constant complaining about if there's enough food at the events, leaving the events because it's not food, going at Jessel constantly. The whole thing with Aaron and Uba and that whole fight in Antigua. I'm over it. How y'all feeling about this season, this reboot? Do you want to see the same cast come back? Would you have some people not come back? Are you still even watching? Some people in my comments was asking, like, is it worth watching? And I said, if you like a trauma bonding competition, if you like constant complaining about no food at the events, and you here for Mean Girls, give it a whirl. But I am not here for it. It disappointed me. I expected fashion, shade, lavish lifestyle. Some of them do, don't get me wrong, but it's just not giving what I thought it was going to give. The reunion looks wasn't giving what I thought it was going to give, especially hearing when I went to this page 6 event that they had stylists. It wasn't giving what I thought. So all of this is on my page. You can see their reunion looks, sneak peeks of the new episodes, highlights of the episodes, but it's a womp womp. I'm gonna work on that. I need a sound box so I can start giving y'all some sound effects on here, because it would be a womp womp right now. But that is all of the shows for us tonight. Come back Thursday. We'll be discussing Love and Hip Hop Miami, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of OC reunion 2, as they wrap that season up. We'll talk about whatever else is coming on. Oh, Basketball Wives. We'll be talking about Basketball Wives LA and Orlando, which are airing tonight. So we will get into the tea, and anything else that drops on these internet streets, I will be bringing it to you. So be back for episode 15, Thursday, 8:45 p.m., streaming live on YouTube, X, and Facebook. You can watch the episode after it drops on YouTube, and also post it on Facebook and X. So thank you for hanging with me, guys. We went a little bit over. Sorry about that. Just so much tea to spill. I couldn't help it. And I will see y'all Thursday. It's your girl V with Reality Recap. Follow, like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate the support. Have a good week.